Hello guys and welcome to Python programming tutorials by Amul's Academy. Today we'll write a program to print all the palindrome dates in a given year. From few tutorials we were discussing about the palindrome dates and we already made 2 or 3 videos on this concept, and the link of that videos are in the description box. You can go and check that. And in today's program we'll ask the user to enter the year first. Next, we'll check all the dates in that year. Next, we'll find out the palindrome dates in that and we'll print that. Okay, print palindrome dates. So we need to follow these 3 steps. First, we need to ask the user to enter the year. Next, we need to check all the dates which comes under that year, valid dates. Next, we need to find out the palindrome dates in that and we need to print that. So first we'll ask the user to enter the year. So in the Python file, first I'll ask the user to enter the year. I'll take input function to ask the user to enter the year. And as we know, in Python 3, by default this input function will take input as string, but here we want integer input. That's why I used int function here. And entered year will be stored in this variable. Okay, so we are done with the input. Next step is we need to check all the dates which comes under this year, the valid dates. So for that I'll take loops. Here I'll take for loop and I'll write the for loop for month first. So month is the variable here. I'll take range function and I'll take a month from 1 to 13. So month can be from 1 to 12, right? In a year there are 12 months. So here I took 1 to 13 because in range function this value is excluded. So it will give month as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. So there are 12 months, so I need to take range as 1 to 13. So we are done with the month of the given year. Next we need to write the for loop for the days, but different month contains different number of days. For example, January contains 31 days, February contains 28 days in the common year, 29 days in the leap year, March contains 31 days, April contains 30 days. That is nothing but few months contains 31 days, few months contains 30 days, and February contains 28 days in the common year, 29 days in the leap year. So first we need to know the maximum days of each month. So we already discussed about this, how to find out the maximum number of days in the given month. We discussed about this in the valid date program. I'll use the same piece of code here to find out the maximum number of days in the given month. So to find out the maximum number of days, I'll define a function here, and here I'll take a month and year. Month and year as a parameter because we need to find out the maximum number of days in the month. That's why month. Year because in the February, if that year is leap year, then it contains 29 days. Otherwise it contains 28 days, right? So we need year also. So that's why I took month and year as parameter. And here I'll use if-elif condition to check for the maximum days. So we already wrote the code for this, so I'll copy that. So in the valid date program as well as in the palindrome date program, we use this code. So I'll copy this and I'll paste this here. Okay, so this code is simple. First, I'll write the month which contains 31 days. For example, month 1, that is January, month 3. So I'll check whether month is equal to 1 or month is equal to 3 or 5 or 7 or 8 or 10 or 12. Okay. December also contains 31 days. So here I used logical OR operator. In the case of logical OR operator, if any one of the condition is true, it will execute if body. Okay, if month is 1 or month is 3 or month is 5, maximum days is nothing but 31. Else, if month is not equal to these months, then it will check for the elif condition if month is 4 or 6 or 9 or 11, in this month maximum days is 30. For example, April, November contains 30 days, right? So I'll take maximum days as 30 here. In these two conditions, we covered all the months except February. If month is February, then we need to check whether that year is leap year or not. If that year is leap year, then maximum number of days in February is 29, otherwise it is 28. So to check whether that year is leap year or not, we need to use this condition. I already made a video on this, how to check the year is leap year or not. So I will give you the link of that in the description box. You can go and check that. I'll return max days. Okay, so I'll return the maximum days. This function will find out the maximum days in the month and it will return that. Okay, next here, inside this for loop, I'll use another variable called max day and I'll call this function. And I'll pass month and year. Alright, what I'm doing is in the for loop for month, when I take month range as 1 to 13, initially month will become 1, right? I need to find out the maximum number of days in that month, that is January. So I'll call this function. When month is January, it will check for this and this condition will satisfy. Maximum number of days become 31. So it won't execute any other condition. It will return maximum days. That is nothing but 31. So that returned result will be stored in this variable, max day. This is to find out the maximum number of days in the month and I'll store that in this variable. Next, I need to use the for loop for day. Day can be start from 1 and it need to be till max day plus 1. We'll find out the maximum number of days in the month by using this function. Now I need to take day from 1 to max day plus 1 because if I get max day as 31 for January, I need to take range as 1 to 32. That's why max day plus 1. Okay, because here end is exclusive in range function. So we are done with the for loop for day also. Now we'll get the dates. Okay, when month equal to 1, day will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 till max day plus 1. So we'll get January 1, January 2, January 3 till January 31. So next we need to check that dates are palindrome or not. So for that we need to use the same procedure which we used in the previous tutorials. That is, we need to convert our day, month, year to string. Then we need to concatenate that and we need to reverse that and we need to find out whether that is palindrome or not. So for that I'll take dd variable and I'll convert day. I'll take for month and I'll convert that to string. I'll convert month to string. Next here I'll take year. So here yyyy is nothing but the variable. You can take any variable here. Next here I need to concatenate this. So I need date in yyyy format. That's why I need to write dd first, next and yyyy. And because we are using this format, when we take a month which is less than 10, we need to add 0 before that month. For example, if month is 4, I need to write it as 04. If day is less than 10, that is, if day is 5, then I need to write it as 05. Okay, when we are taking the date in this format. So for that, I need to use if condition. If month is less than 10, then is equal to concatenate 0 before Same condition for day also. When we are taking date in this format yyyy, when month is less than 10 or day is less than 10, we need to write it as 04, 05 like that. Okay, that's why here we are concatenating 0 to and dd. Here is nothing but the month in the string format. dd is nothing but the day in the string form. Alright, so now we have our date. We need to reverse this date. So I'll take a reversed date is equal to given date. I'll use advanced slicing. We already discussed about this, right? So I won't explain much about this. Is equal to reverse date. If yes, then print that day, month and year. So day, month and year. Okay, here we took date as string and we reversed that string, and we'll check whether given date is equal to reverse date. If yes, then print that date. That means that date is palindrome, print that date. If else, no need to do anything, because we want to print the palindrome dates in the given year. If it is not palindrome, don't print that. That's it. Okay, so we are done with the program. We'll save this program and we'll run this program. So enter the year. I'll take 2012. It contains only one date, which is palindrome, in DDMMYYYY format. So as I said, palindrome date differs for different date format. So if you want to change the format, here you can change that when you are concatenating it. If you want to take in DMYYY format, you need to remove this. Okay, we already discussed about this in the previous tutorial, and I will give you the link of that video in the description box. Next, if you want to print these palindrome dates in the year range, for example from 2000 to 2095. If I want to print all the palindrome dates from 2000 to 2095, then how to do that? That is simple. No need to take the input from the user. Okay, you can delete that. And here we need to take another for loop. That is for loop for year first. From 2000 to 2095. Next, you need to copy that code. And you need to indent it correctly. Okay, so now if I execute this, it will print all the palindrome dates in that years. Okay, so 10 to 2001, like this. Here you can see. You can print output in this format also. Okay, these are the dates which are the palindrome dates in DDMMYYY format. If I want to print the palindrome dates in DMYY format, then you need to remove this. Okay, you can take same variable name, DMYYYY format. So if I save this and run this, so it will print the dates in DMYYYY format. Okay, if you want to write month first, then day, then year, then you can do that here. So the palindrome dates are based on the date format. Okay, it will differ for different date format. So this is about this program. So that's it for now, guys. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I will meet you in next class. Till then, take care.